contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Jeffersonville, Indiana, weighing in at 242 pounds, Mr. Wrestling, Nick Dinsmore.
10-time former OVW heavyweight champion. He's done it all here in Davis Arena and wrestled around the world. One of the most recognizable figures, not only in the region, but really throughout the wrestling industry. Nick Dinsmore knows his stuff.
I tell you, looking at Nick, you see that Nick Dinsmore, just the look of him tonight is a lot more intense than I'm used to seeing. He usually comes down to Davis Arena with a smile on his face, shaking hands, but something's changed about him today.
Well, it's a situation of teacher versus student. But this is not just any student, Iron Man. Let's just sit back and listen to this. Look at every fan in the front row on their feet. It is an electric ovation for the Mexicutioner. Let's go to Redhead.
And his opponent, making his professional wrestling debut from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 243 pounds, the Mexicutioner, Robo de Luna.
Mexicutioner Robo del Luna. I got the name Mexicutioner from some colleagues at work. Works at an engineering firm.
I understand that this place is jam-packed with Mexicutioner fans.
You think?
Before we begin, I would like to say something about my opponent. He came to me 10 weeks ago and said he wanted to become a professional wrestler. He's shown more heart and more determination than almost any student that I've had in this class. Now the fact... Now the facts are this. I didn't find this out till 6 weeks in, that Robo over here has to have full hip replacement. His hip joint is bone on bone. He kept telling me that he had a pulled muscle in his leg. That's the reason he was limping and moving a little slow, but I found out that he's got to have a whole new hip put in. Now, he didn't sit out one day. He didn't take a day off. He didn't take it easy. He did every drill. He did every exercise. I think that takes one tough son of a gun, and I just want to shake your hand for that.
Guy's got a lot of heart.
Now that being said, I don't think the smart decision is having this match tonight. With the way modern science is today, he can have a full recovery. Your debut match, your first match, you can be at 100%. Here's what I suggest. I've got over 15 years experience. I like to call myself your trainer. You're a heck of a talent. Let's just wait. Let's push this debut back, okay? Listen now, it's the smart thing to do. You wouldn't send somebody into the Super Bowl if they weren't 100%. No, okay? Roberto, I'm going to leave it up to you. You know, we could just hold off, wait till you're 100%, and have a go at this thing.
Aw, come on. Are you buying this?
Absolutely. He'd be foolish to do this.
We just go straight to the Battle Royal now. They wanted to take a chance on getting injured.
Thank you very much. Just to be here in front of everybody, all my friends and family. It's an honor to be here, but with all due respect, I really want this match.
He says in a quiet whisper,
Very soft.
very humbled.
against Nick Dinsmore's orders, he's going to go ahead with this match.
Not only against Mr. Wrestling Nick Dinsmore's orders, against probably doctor's orders if he's a few weeks away from a hip replacement. This man's story is absolutely incredible. Not only does he need a hip replacement, but he's 35 years old. Iron Man?
Watching this match, it just amazes me. The people that get into professional wrestling, for whatever different reason, this is a chance to live their dream, and he's not going to put his dream off another day.
And all the people that he brought here tonight, I understand most of them are friends and families that they got into a big car and they just kind of drove all the way across the border to get here.
But Mr. Wrestling said he was not going to take it easy on this. It's pupil versus student, or teacher versus student here.
I understand they also set up a stand to sell burritos out front so that they could make enough money to buy a ticket to get in here.
You mean the border of Indiana and Kentucky, don't you? Because he's from Indianapolis.
Same difference.
Nothing like doing a little research, right, Titus? The story of Robo is you know, it touches the heartstrings. This young man lost his father and mother, his father dying last year. Cover here. Sunk into depression, admitted to some drinking and a tough life. And one day he snapped out of it when he said, I needed a new focus. That focus was following his dream. That dream, guys, was professional wrestling.
Despite all that, despite everything and all the stuff that he's going through right now, I don't believe that Nick Dinsmore is going to show any sympathy on him here tonight.
Well,
he's going to give it all and make him pay.
Well, Mr. Wrestling said this was your way out. Get healed and come back. But if you step into this match, I'm going to give you everything I can.
It's not going to be easy, Executioner.
Drop toe hold.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's got him in an ankle lock. An ankle lock out of nowhere.
Look at that. He grabbed
That's a veteran move right there, getting out of the ring.
And what is
not going to take it easy on him, but you can see he's not going to take it easy
You
on
took
Mr.
the words
Wrestling
right
either.
out of my mind, right out of my mouth, Iron Man.
He might not have a lot of wrestling experience, but sometimes your life experience will follow you into the ring, and it'll give you an advantage over your opponent.
Dinsmore he's got 15 years in this business, and he's not going to let some little ankle lock stop
But
him.
Robo is not just fighting Mr. Wrestling Nick Dinsmore. He's fighting every naysayer, every person who told him that he couldn't, every person that told him no, every person that told him he was nothing. That's who he's looking at when he's across the ring. Exactly. And that's every person he's with in the ring right now.
He's got the support of 350 fans here in the Davis Arena, too.
Wow. That's a lot of people.
Nick Dinsmore telling the referee to ask if Robo wants to continue. But this is a young man who has showed no quit thus far.
That's not the body part he should be working on if he really wants to make the guy tap out.
Well, I'm sure if he's got a hip that needs replaced, then he's studied on how to protect it, how to defend any type of leg holds.
Whoa.
Oh, he's not going to take that.
Now they're exchanging
Big right hand of
rights.
his own.
Well, Robo's a big guy. He's going for every bit of 6'3". Looks to be at least 260 pounds.
He's
Into the
simply
cover.
crouching down.
Perhaps could this been a situation, Iron Man, where Nick underestimated his student?
I don't know if I don't think he would underestimate. I think he just underestimated the fans behind him like this. I think it's throwing Nick off of his game a little bit. Nick Dinsmore is loved in the Davis Arena. When he comes in here, I've never seen a crowd for somebody else, actually pulling for his opponent.
Nick going after that leg now. Perhaps Titus hearing your instruction here. Drops down! Because he's not just working at the leg attached to the hip and everything. Cover here.
Well, I wasn't put in charge of certain things without having a heads up of who will listen and who won't. If you know what I mean.
Robo writhing in pain. Oh, man. Grinding in. Torquing that ankle, putting pressure on the knee, and it's all connected to the hip.
Well, as a trainer, and you know that's his weakness, I mean, you got to go for it right off if you can, because the rest of his career, everybody's going to be going after that same body part until he gets it fixed.
See, this is smart
5 minutes
wrestling.
have
I know
expired.
that you, Mr.
5
Conway, have done a
minutes
lot of things in
remaining.
your career, and when you know that there's an injury on your opponent, you're going to attack that one because that's what's going to make it effective for you to win your matches.
Well, that's what you want to go after. It's just, it's not always as easy as going straight after their leg. Sometimes you got to wear them down a little bit to get to that leg because they're going to be trying to protect it at all costs.
Robo
Luckily for
going.
Nick, it was this easy.
Robo going on all wit, all will, all guts, all heart right now.
The crowd is stunned silent because they're so concerned over the Mexicution.
And is this not when Nick Dinsmore's at his most dangerous? They call him Mr. Wrestling.
Yeah,
If
that's
anybody knows a way to pick apart a wound, to exploit a weakness, it's Nick Dinsmore.
Yeah, and he didn't give himself that nickname. He got that name from Danny Davis himself, the Nightmare, the man that trained him, the man that trained Batista and Randy Orton and John Cena and myself.
Cover, and you can almost feel the pain that the Mexicutioner is in right now.
Nick Dinsmore's completely in his element too right now. These different wrestling holds, but just torquing it down. I mean, he doesn't like to punch and kick and do strikes. He loves to wrestle.
He likes these submission holds, these submission maneuvers that kind of wear down his opponent, but now it's turned against him.
The Mexicutioner's turned it around. He's reversed the pressure. But the keen, wily veteran, the trainer here, Nick Dinsmore, knowing where he's at in the ring.
That ring awareness, that's for sure.
Able to reach the rope and break the hold.
To surgeries himself. He's had over 10 knee operations himself on both of his knees. So maybe the Mexicutioner's using that against him. It's well documented that, what kind of troubles he's had with his knees over his years himself.
Look, Dinsmore now bending this 260-pound man in half.
3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
3 minutes left in this contest here, and Robo's got Mr. Wrestling locked in the ankle lock. Every time that the Mexicutioner starts to shift the focus, the wily veteran, the teacher, is able to cut him off at the pass.
Nick's not very stable on his knee right now either.
It's what it appears, Iron Man.
Both men worn down in this match. Anybody who can lock in a submission hold and keep it there is who's going to be the one who's going to be victorious in this match.
The technician, Dinsmore, now laying in the half crab. He is taking apart the hip every way that he can. Methodical in his offense. Can Robo hold on? Is he going to tap out?
He's laying there. He's not trying to make any ways over to the ropes. He's probably thinking about how to reverse it.
He's reaching.
Writhing, crying out in
2
pain.
minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
2 minutes left, and Mr. Wrestling breaks the hold, turns around to his student and says, "Just give up. That's it. Just give up."
I don't think Nick Dinsmore is going to allow him to give up. He wants to use that full 2 minutes to his advantage.
Whoa, outside. There is no give up. There is no quit in this young man.
This is getting too close for comfort. Philbert, come on.
Whoa, right out here, teetering in front of the broadcast position.
You'll see me over at Julie's table over there. Get myself some popcorn.
Vertical suplex.
Textbook, perfect suplex in the cover.
Into the cover, will it be enough?
Was that close for him?
We gotta be approaching the final minute of this matchup.
You're not going to beat Nick Dinsmore that easily.
It is teacher versus student, but more than that,
1 minute remaining.
is the culmination of a lifelong dream for this young man. He is fighting against doctor's orders. He is fighting on all heart and all will. Back body drop!
That was a back drop.
I almost didn't think Nick was gonna get over. Cover!
And the leg almost went out on the Mexicutioner, so that was pretty close there. Too close for comfort.
Mr. Wrestling's been picking it apart for 10 minutes now.
His back is hurting now.
He's going for the spear.
30 seconds.
It's our final 30
He's got it
seconds.
locked in.
A crossface. You got to remember that Nick did do some work on the arm. We're
He's
down to.
won the heavyweight championship with
Is
this
he gonna
very
give it up?
hold.
Is he gonna give it up?
Can the Mexicutioner
15
hold on?
seconds.
It's 15 more seconds. Is he gonna give up?
10,
Is he gonna quit?
9,
No, there's a
8,
roll up too.
7, 6,
Ankle
5,
lock, ankle lock,
4,
ankle lock.
3, 2,
Yes, yes, yes. Is he gonna tap? He taps, he taps, he
Did
taps.
he do it in time? I think he did it in time. What did he do? No.
Nick tapped, he tapped.
It was too close. It can't happen like this.
What's the time up?
I think he
Time
tapped.
elapsed. The time
No, I
elapsed.
think Nick tapped.
Tapped out. Time elapsed.
I think this young man's done it. I think he beat Mr. Wrestling.
Ron Head, do the right thing and announce that this match was a draw.
I'm not the only one
What's
who
the
thinks it.
referee say here? Was the
Listen,
time up?
Davis Arena.
Tap out. He didn't tap out. No. No tap out, Nick Dinsmore saying.
He
no
did
tap
tap
out.
out. You
him
saw
tap.
it.
Yeah, but the second win, and then he started tapping. No, he didn't do it.
It
But
was,
was it before the time was up?
what's the
was after
referee
the
gonna
time.
say? What's the ruling? What's the word? Come on.
Come on, Ron Head, do the right
He's
thing.
either going to be the most popular or
Commercial.
the most unpopular person in this arena right now.
Fans, the 10 time limit has expired.
No,
The
no,
official decision,
no.
Told you.
This match is a
It was
draw.
close. I knew it was going to be close.
This young man did it. The executioner beat his mentor. No, he did it, guys. I wish we had replay.
You hear the fans of the Davis Arena.
They're calling for sudden death. You can't do that.
They want 5 more minutes.
The fans want it. DeLuna wants it.
Of course DeLuna wants it. He wants a victory.
What will Mr. Wrestling do? Is he going to give him 5 more minutes?
What do I stand to gain by going 5 more minutes?
I've never known Nick to back down
It was
from
time
a fight.
limit draw, and the guy with a bad hip has his debut and goes 15 minutes, 10 minutes, excuse me, with a 15-year pro. I have nothing to gain by giving him 5 more minutes.
I've never seen Nick Dinsmore not want to continue a match like
I've never
this.
seen Nick Dinsmore tap out.
All these moronic morons here in the Davis Arena, they don't know what happened.
Well, there's no denying that he did tap.
He did.
But after the time had it expired.
I don't owe him anything.
No, you don't.
I don't owe him 5 more minutes. But, if you good fans that came to homecoming tonight want 5 more minutes, I'll do it for you.
No,
The
don't
fans
do that.
want it. We got 5 more minutes, guys.
It's a big mistake, Nick Dinsmore.
Go.
Oh, he got him. He cold cocked him. He knocked him down.
Nick Dinsmore.
There's
I think
nothing wrestling about what he's doing right now. This is just
He's dishing
all
out
out
the heavy
kicks to the
artillery.
face.
I think the Robo may have set him off. The Robo, the student may have touched a nerve here, guys.
Get him. Oh! Josh Ashcroft
Go!
going the
the
wrong way.
referee just took a forearm to the face.
Wait a minute.
There it is.
Wait a-
He connected. One.
No, there is no, you can't do it.
That's the second time the Robo's beaten Nick Dinsmore 2 times.
He's not here. The referee can't call for the bell. He's been knocked out. He's been squashed. Oh no, not the backslide.
Oh.
Dinsmore, there you go. What a mule kick.
This is totally out of character
Get
for
a
Nick
referee,
Dinsmore.
Dinsmore.
He's
Somebody
really
get-
frustrated right now.
Go in there, Chris Sharp.
Here comes Chris Sharp. No, not like this. Not like this. Dang.
Guys, wait a minute.
2.5.
Only 2.
2 9/10. And look at the resiliency. Look at the heart of the executioner.
This is the definition of heart right here.
I told you, he's not just in the ring with his teacher. He's in the ring with everybody that's ever told him no in his life.
In OVW.
Another referee's been taken out. What is going on here, people?
We're down 2 refs. We're in overtime. Guys, I don't know where this one's gonna go.
Somebody get a wheelchair and get that old man out here. Oh no!
Irish whip with authority. How about a little turnabout? It's fair play. Spear! There's a spear! But is there gonna be a referee to count? 2, 4, 6!
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the Mexicutioner, Robo de Luna!
The student beats the teacher! The student beats the teacher! And the lifelong dream of the Mexicutioner, Robo de Luna, has come true in Davis Arena.
Very impressive. Very impressive. One of the most emotional, one of the most impressive debuts in the history of OVW.
What a moment! What a memory! Fighting against doctor's orders, needing hip surgery, 35 years old! He bucked all the naysayers, everyone that told him no, and stands tall now in the ring.
Once again, your winner, the Mexicutioner, Robo de Luna!
What a moment for this guy. What a memory. What a way to start your career in Davis Arena.